Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It is the Matt Murphy Radio Show. Thank you for being around. Ken Weaver's the big winner today, Jackson. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but we're going to go ahead and declare Weaver the big victor.
Matt.
What?
It is much closer than your.
Okay. Let's see. Andy says the weather wizard. That's him.
I like the vote that says Ken Weaver wins.
Weaver for the win with crowns and everything. Jackson, Matt, Weaver, Ken, Weaver, Ken. Ken looks ridiculous. I vote for Jackson.
You shall refer to him as King Weaver, or Y2J's story blew you two away, though, today.
Free Willie. Vote for Action Jackson. Ken wins. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is closer than perhaps I was giving it credit for, but I still think Weaver's got the victory. I don't know. You can count up the official votes if you want to. That's fine.
I also got 2 votes on the phone.
Hey, Ken, the phone votes don't count. Hey, Ken, would you give up the victory today for a victory tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then Boomer Sooner. I win, boys.
Jackson, all right, I'll make a deal with you. Jackson. Because Ken's already wrapped up the weekly victory, and he retains the crown and the trophy till 2026.
Yeah, he gets to stay here in the in News Closet B.
News Closet B, or as Joan Jones called it, the what does she call it?
The dust-encrusted newsroom.
Well, it looks a little brighter today because it's got that sparkly crown and a trophy in it.
Yes, sir.
From the Wellness Institute of Nashville, and thank you to Dr. Mitchell and all the gang over there for giving us a big trophy for Nincompoops. Jackson, you gave a Boomer Sooner. Will you officially root for Oklahoma if I give you the victory today?
Yes.
All right. That's good. You got it. There you go,
I will root
Ken.
for them in a tie.
What?
In a hard-fought tie. I hope they win that tie.
No, you've got to root for them to win.
I hope they look like the better team for 60 minutes, and then they both tie.
By the way, Ken, if y'all do come out victorious, can you win by 2 points, please? Because I put $20 down on Oklahoma, and I had to give up 1.5 points.
I'll put it to you this way. If we win, it ain't going to be much more than 2 points. Like I said, we're going to need a lot. We're going to have to get turnovers. We got to get turnovers.
Very excited for this game. Very excited for the college football playoffs. I'm excited to talk with Dawn, Dawn, God bless you. Dawn waded through Jay St. Clair. She waded through Nincompoops in the News. And, Dawn, I feel like I owe you a bottle of water and an ink pen used by me, maybe a couple of bucks. I'm going to give you the floor and just let you take it and run with it. Go ahead, Dawn.
Well, it was a 2-hour wait, but I sitting through some of these other phone calls, I wanted to say to the last guy, thank you for your service. And the guy before him, please take all that piss and vinegar towards Trump and put it towards all the people that are getting the money that don't belong here in the first place, instead of worrying about money for our troops. But my question is also a hypothetical, although it doesn't involve $200,000. With taxes and the tariffs and Trump throwing around the idea of maybe not having to pay taxes anymore, would we still have to pay state taxes?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Gosh, Dawn. Dawn, this telephone call, while you seem to be a delight on the other end of the phone, and I'm so glad that you called and held, this telephone call has served to do nothing but make me feel bad. And I feel awful that you held for as long as you did. And I beg you to forgive me.
There's no forgiveness. I chose to wait.
Okay.
There's no forgiving. No.
So the short answer to your question is no. Just like the state of Tennessee has no state income tax, and that obviously does not affect the federal government, I do not believe that any elimination of the federal income tax would have an impact on state income taxes. And I know this only through my work with the fair tax, which is a national consumption tax proposal, which you can find out more about at fairtax.org, which I wholeheartedly endorse and believe in. I think it would be earth-shattering in terms of an economic boom for the American people in terms of manufacturing, bringing businesses here, but I digress. But that wouldn't have any impact on state taxes either. So I would not hold my breath on the idea that we were going to eliminate federal income taxes through tariffs, though.
That was going to be my next question as to whether you thought it was actually going to happen or not. We could all hope, though.
No, I mean, it in a way would be directing us toward more of a consumption-based tax because tariffs are ultimately taxes on goods that roll back to the consumers, right? I mean, the concept of businesses paying taxes isn't really real. Businesses pay those. They pass those taxes along to the consumers, right? So I say all the time, people say, oh, we need to tax the corporations or we need to tax the businesses. And I say, well, businesses don't really pay taxes. They might be a pass-through, but
I'd just like to see it reformed in a way to where, we get taxed because we earn it, and then we get taxed when we have the audacity to spend it.
Right.
And they get us coming and going, and I'd at least like to see some kind of reform on the taxes itself, maybe.
Well, I would encourage you, Dawn, to look into and research fair tax if you've never done it.
I have not.
Fair tax is a national consumption tax. It would be taxed at a rate, it would be like a national sales tax. It is at a rate of about 27%. However, the math dictates that if you eliminate the embedded taxes that businesses currently pay at every stage of the process that they have to engage in other businesses, so that you would eliminate Social Security taxes, FICA, you would eliminate all other forms of income-based taxation at the federal level. You would also eliminate all corporate and business taxes. And you would not tax second-hand transactions. In other words, once an object had been taxed once, it would never be taxed again. So if you buy a car new and then resell it, there's not a tax on the resale. All of that to say, research it, and if you come to understand the concept of embedded taxation, then you realize that you could charge a 27% national sales tax, and you ultimately would not pay more for the good based on free market economics because the good or the service would go down in price consistent with the amount that you'd be paying to the federal government. It's a revenue-neutral proposal, but it hands more power to the consumers because you, Dawn, get to decide what you're spending your money on and how much you're spending as you consume. So you're no longer taxing income, you're just taxing outflow.
I like that idea.
Yeah, well, just look it up and tell me what you think about it next time we talk.
Sounds great. Thanks for your time. I appreciate you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dawn, and thank you for calling and thank you for holding. Troy is next. Troy's got a thought or two on the Epstein files.
I am not a seminar caller. My Dawn should get the Nincompoop Award.
For holding as long as she did?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate her holding. That was very kind of her.
I appreciate it, too, to put up with it, to have the talk. I mean, that fair tax would be the best. And just, and I was just thinking, because you guys got that men's clinic that advertises on you. I mean, more power to them, and that's good. But I bet you those pictures from, what's his face, Epstein, they talk about how in that men's advertisement about how they eliminate giving 6 shots into the most sensitive part of the body. I wonder if that's in the Epstein's picture list.
I don't know. Remains to be seen. We're just beginning to see some of the more intimate photos. I've seen quite a few of them of Bill Clinton tonight.
Oh, yes. So anyhow, well, do you still have Dawn? You should give her the award for the week, okay?
Okay.
So you guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too, as you head on off to the weekend. We appreciate your telephone call 18 minutes after the hour. Max is next. Hey, Max.
How are you, Matt?
I'm great, Max. I hope you are.
Just a funny thing. I enjoyed your conversation about Auburn and Alabama. Years ago, I played in a band, and we played around Nashville, the Knott Brothers, and many people may know us, but we played in Birmingham over the Thanksgiving holiday back when the Iron Bowl used to be held there in Birmingham. And we played at a Holiday Inn, and for about 3 or 4 days before the game, the fans began to populate the hotel, and they showed up where we were playing, and about 3 or 4 times a night, half the room would start Roll Tide, and the other half would start War Eagle, and we just knew they were about to. We would start singing, "Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton." They'd all hush and stand up and salute and be quiet. No telling how many people we saved by singing Dixie.
Nice. Yeah, prevent some of those liquidated disagreements that way.
You're absolutely right, my friend.
Max, you've been around the before you go, you've been around the block a time or two. The last time, when was that? Mid 80s?
Yes, sir.
Mid to late 80s?
In a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think 89 was the first year that became an on-campus tradition. Max, thank you for the call, and thank you for the trip down memory lane. Yeah, the Iron Bowl was held in Birmingham for a long, long time. It's the annual game between Auburn and Alabama, and I believe it was 1989. Auburn long wanted to have it as a home and home because they felt like a Birmingham game was essentially a home game for Alabama, which it was. And they eventually got that game, and they won the first contest on the Plains at Jordan-Hare. Tommy is next. He wants to talk about taxes. Hey, Tommy, what's up?
Hey, sir. How you doing tonight?
I'm great, Tommy.
Hey, I had heard something, and I don't know if it's true. Once you turn 65, are there any states around the South or anything that freezes your property taxes or reduces your property taxes that you know of?
Tommy, that's a great question. I should know, and I don't. Okay. It's something that we most certainly should do. If we're going to have to pay property taxes, I'm in agreement that once you reach the age of retirement, there should be either a reduction or a complete elimination in your property tax liability.
Freeze,
Yeah.
So they don't go up. So, all right. I didn't know if you knew or not. I'd heard something. I was like, man, I think to turn 65. I might want to check into it. So. Here's what
I do know, though, Tommy, is that what I don't know the listening audience does, and I will crowdsource this thing in a big way. And if you keep listening, I guarantee you that before we get back from the next break, I'll have an answer for you.
Hey, you can just give it to me when I give your keys back.
Hey, have you secured? Are you doing that tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me know if there's any trouble.
Okay, I will.
Right.
Have a good night.
All right. I didn't realize that was my friend Tommy right at the beginning of the call. Tommy is. I'm hoping. Actually, I'm allowing Tommy to test out the camper in the hopes that he goes ahead and buys that thing. So, Tommy, you enjoy that. You enjoy that camper. You have a great time. Just just allow yourself to let the amenities wash over you. And you just know that you'll get the best price around when you decide that you want to buy that thing and have it for you and the family once you reach that retirement age. Yeah, Tommy. Tommy's my buddy that I go to the Titans games with sometimes. And we're all very disappointed that this weekend that Patrick Mahomes will not be quarterbacking the KC Chiefs. Will Taylor Swift be there? I don't know. We'll find out what Jackson's thoughts are on that in just a moment. And your telephone calls, 22 after the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Yes, indeedy. 26 after the hour, Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated. We're getting some release of the Epstein files, not everything. Obviously, they had 30 days to do so, although the Trump Department of Justice is releasing a lot of these files. There are heavy redactions in some of them. I'm going to hold off on any opinion making until I figure out exactly what we're looking at and what we're not looking at. So there you go. I mean, Trump haters are going to Trump hate. That's just what they're going to do. We're not doing that on our show. So we'll figure out exactly what they did. Did they comply with the law? The Epstein files explode. The DOJ detailed the discovery of powerful figures and more than one. Good gracious, this is difficult to even say. The total number of victims is believed to be over 1,000. Over 1,000 in not all of them the worst of the worst, but obviously a victim is a victim. The new files include new photographs, many photographs of Bill Clinton enjoying himself with Jeffrey Epstein and others. There's one at least that I saw where there's Ghislaine Maxwell, who looks to be swimming nude in a pool with Bill Clinton. You can't really tell if Clinton's nude or not, but she looks nude. And then there's another person whose face has been redacted, and one would think that that is a victim in that case of something. More than a dozen politically exposed people and government officials appear in the hundreds of thousands of pages of Jeffrey Epstein files made public today. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said the DOJ discovered more than 1,200 victims and their families during an exhaustive review, explaining the process behind determining which files could be released in a letter to Congress exclusively obtained by Fox News. Sources told Fox News Digital that the new photos of Epstein and former President Bill Clinton are part of the release, which is available right now at justice.gov/Epstein. The Justice Department redacted the names and identifiers of victims. We've also learned that the same redaction standards were applied to politically exposed individuals and government officials. Fox News obtained a letter written by Blanche to members of the House of Representatives regarding the anticipated release of the files under the Epstein Transparency Act, saying, "We write to notify you today that the Department of Justice is producing hundreds of thousands of pages in responsive material in compliance with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Under the leadership of President Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, the unprecedented disclosure highlights our commitment to following the law, being transparent, and protecting victims." Blanche continued, noting the production of the documents comes within the 30 days required, although they haven't released everything, which is to the frustration of some. So there you go. 29 after the hour. Marcia is next up. Hey, Marcia.
Hey, it's Marcia in Manchester. Hey, I was just one question you answered because I was going to ask you where you went to see the Epstein files. But two, I wanted to say to one of the callers right before me, your house is, you can freeze what you pay every year. That's all you can do. It can freeze at 65, but you still got to pay. It's still frozen. It don't go up.
So it is a freeze.
It is a freeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you called me about that. Now, I'm being told that I have misspoken and that Ghislaine Maxwell has a two-piece on in this picture. It didn't look like a two-piece to me, but well, I just took a glance at it and looked away. I glanced and looked away. I looked and looked away because I don't want to see all that. I shall look again and report back right after the news on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hello, friends. It's Matt Murphy. Are you thinking about a great place to eat this weekend? Well, you're probably thinking about Uncle Bud's. Uncle Bud's is a perfect place to take the family with catfish, chicken, and such. They are known to be the home of all-you-can-eat fixins, and they're all-you-can-eat catfish and chicken dinners. Man, this is like down-home cooking that I remember from my childhood at Uncle Bud's. If you've got kids, Uncle Bud's the perfect place for a family meal. Kids 6 and under eat free. They eat free on Wednesdays, okay? That is actually big kids and little kids, 12 and under. And they're not skimping either. So that's Wednesdays, kids eat free. Every other day of the week, kids 6 and under eat for just $2.95. And the big kids, 12 and under, $5.95, and all meals come with a drink. And, of course, the most important thing, ice cream. Join Uncle Bud's, their loyalty program. You can get discounts, coupons, and so much more. Uncle Bud's, catfish, chicken, and such. Delicious, delicious, delicious. If you're a senior, first responder, fire, military personnel, Uncle Bud's offer a 10% discount every day of the week. Uncle Bud's, located in Donaldson. Tell them Matt Murphy sent you to the one and only Uncle Bud's. Hungry for catfish, y'all. Talking about Uncle Bud's, baby, hungry for catfish. I can't help myself. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I'm going to get to calls, and I might, I might have an audible. I might offer a very special Christmas gift early. I was planning on doing this next week. We got a couple of things we'll do next week. We'll do Rated R Rudolph next week. We'll talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We will do a Scientific Santa. Scientific Santa is our scientific analysis of Santa Claus and how he accomplishes the things that he accomplishes in just one little bitty night or, day/night. That's coming up next week. Some fun and frivolity for the holidays next week. We're here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But I might toss in some. I say we, Jackson, that's collectively as a show. Everyone knows you're not here on Wednesday because you have abandoned the group and decided to do something else with your life. Everybody knows.
Okay.
But I might on my end, I might throw in a little Christmas ditty. Have I told you my favorite Christmas song?
No.
You might hear it later on. I need 4 minutes at the end of the show to play it. And I know that you YouTubers will not be able to hear it because we can't violate copyright, but those of you on the radio will be able to. Karen is next up, however, wants to talk taxes. Hey, Karen.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. I hope
driving
you are.
Driving home with some hot chicken, feed my husband, and I heard that last caller about the taxes, and I'm doing the same thing. You have to be over 65. You have to prove your income every year and apply every year. And you do it at your county clerk's office, and they will freeze it.
This is great information, and I'm getting some good information on the super text line as well about how it can happen. It is not automatic. Like you said,
right.
Karen, you have to redo it every year. It's based on income, but you can make this happen if you're 65 or older.
Right, and the good news is last year they raised the amount. I'm not sure what it is, but to make it more realistic for more people. But I'm planning on doing it too. So your goal for the year is to keep your income under a certain amount, and then they'll freeze your taxes. It doesn't go away. It just freezes it.
Okay. Good info. Thank you, Karen. What you get the hottest of the hot over there on the hot chicken front, or what?
No, not the hottest. I can't eat it that hot, but I'm grocery shopping or Christmas shopping, and it is crazy out there. So I didn't. He's eating late tonight.
Well, Karen, I think I speak for the entire audience when I say, "What are you? What did you get us?"
What did I get us?
for Christmas gifts.
Stocking stuffers take longer than the regular gift.
Oh man, it is.
When you got grandkids, you got to get the Pez over here and a certain kind of chocolate over there, and waiting a 20-minute line each time.
Yikes!
It's just crazy.
I bet it is. Yeah. I bet it's
Grandmas
crazy.
do that though.
Karen, good luck with that. Good luck with the hot chicken too. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Take care. I was just messing with Karen. Thought we could sneak in a new present or something for the stocking. Jackson's easy. I just have to find him Music City Bowl tickets. If anybody has a lead on them, cheap, let me know. Lower bowl, if you don't mind, if possible, or sweet.
Yeah, we're not
cheap.
picky.
We're not picky. Lower
There's
bowl
not the
or sweet.
nosebleeds.
Yeah, somewhere between the 30 and the 30 or a suite. Just no nosebleeds.
I like the end zone. You ever sat in the end zone?
My buddy Tommy, he has end zone seats.
I love the
end zone seats. End zone seats are great because you know what you do, and I dig it for every game. I mean, just about any game you go to, because you're either watching the team on your end of the field or you just look up and you watch the big screen. You watch the big TV at the end of the field if they're way, way, way over there. Becky says, Matt, your friend will need to call his county trustee's office and the city recorder's office if his property is in the city. The tax relief for seniors is over 65 is not automatic. You have to apply every year, and it's based on income. Also, 3347 writes in and says, the state of Tennessee offers 2 relief programs for retired individuals 65 and over. One is a property tax freeze. The other is property tax relief. One absolutely freezes your taxes at a base rate. The other, you submit your tax bill after you've paid it, and the state will reimburse you to a certain amount. You have to apply for both programs, and you have to qualify. 5022 says she's definitely nude, and so is the other girl. Clinton has on black shorts. See, thank you, 5022, for delving into this situation so I don't have to. There is conflicting information, however, because 3036 says, yes, it looks to be black and white striped, referring to. Have you seen this photograph?
I haven't.
Would you please do some show research over there? Just look up Bill Clinton, Ghislaine Maxwell. It's Ghislene, I think, Maxwell. Pool photo. Should bring it up, and you tell me if she is. It did not look to me like she's wearing anything in that picture. I don't think it matters that much, but
she is wearing a bathing suit.
Oh, okay? So you've got a bathing suit.
Yes, immediately.
Is that the one where Bill's like
swimming around,
smiling, and then there's somebody else that's blacked out?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So definite bathing suit. All right. Very good. Well, so be it. I mean, I don't necessarily believe she had it on for long, but whatever. Christmas time is here, and with Christmas time comes Christmas parades. The organizer of the Cookeville Christmas Parade announced earlier this week that it would exclude 2 organizations, the Putnam County Young Republicans and the LGBTQ organization, Upper Cumberland Pride. Those 2 organizations are going to be excluded from the parade. Did this already happen? I missed this story first time around. It might have already happened. But the organizers of the parade said that they were doing so. Their goal from the beginning has been to point others to the reason for the holiday that we're celebrating. We wanted to make much of the person of Jesus born in Bethlehem. In efforts to minimize distraction from him, we planned this event with stated prohibition on special interest groups. Although we agree there's a time and an important role played by these special interest groups, we did not think this is it. In their social media post, the organizers attached identical letters sent to the LGBTQ organization and to the Republican organization, confirming their requests to participate were both denied. Upper Cumberland Pride wrote in a post, "We're saddened that the parade organizers went the route that they went with, as the Putnam County Young Republicans appear explicitly Christian in their social media, having recently shared posts containing a prayer and celebrating the beginning of Advent. The Tennessee Star," and I'm reading the story from the Star, "contacted the parade organizers seeking clarity on how the group would have generated a distraction. The organizers did not respond prior to press time." I understand some people want it one way and not the other. I get it. I can't imagine being the organizer of something like a Christmas event and having to figure out where the line in the sand needs to be drawn with regard to what groups are allowed, what groups are not allowed, what groups are going to play by the rules, what groups perhaps will not play by the rules. It is, that's tough. And, you like to say, well, it's not as tough as all that. Just let the Republicans do it and tell the LGBTQ folks to go pound sand. Well, then you get a lawsuit on your hands, and you got many organizations that would love nothing more than to sue a locality like Putnam, and they don't have the money to defend themselves, and all they want to do is have a parade to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. I get it. And if I were organizing the event, I mean, it's easy to say, I would probably exclude any and all political organizations too, so that I can tell some of these rabble-rouser organizations to go pound a sand if they're trying to interlope into my event, which ought to be about the birth of Jesus Christ. Bing is next on the issue of taxation. Hey, Bing.
Hey, Matt, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
Hey, There are two different types of programs. Okay, they're both for seniors 65 plus, right? There's property tax relief, which is a state program that goes across the state. You have to make under $36,600, and then there's a in my county, which is Warren County, is property tax freeze, and that is $36,370, and they just basically freeze your property tax for a year. But you have to apply every year, and it's not easy to get in, especially unless you're homeless. And if you're homeless, why are you applying for it anyways?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have property if you're homeless, right? And that's kind of the definition.
Well, yeah, unless you're living on someone else's land.
Yeah, mate. Well, that's true.
But
I guess you could be squatting.
But anyways,
that's a pretty nice squatter if you're squatting and you're trying to pay the property taxes.
Well, if you're trying to pay the property taxes, you might just get the house.
Well, true that.
And you got to pay the property tax.
True that.
Eventually. But what I was wanting to say is I wanted to give Jay, remember those golf tee things, ball holders I sent you?
Yes.
I'm the same dude. I wanted to give Jay one or two.
Oh, man. I have one on my bag right now.
Well, I'm trying to think of something clever to put on them, but if you can talk to him or something or let me know,
Well, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is the great quote from William Shakespeare, which is, "First, kill all the lawyers."
There you go.
That'd be pretty good.
That's a good one. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Oh, he would love that humor. Well, Bing, thank you for those golf ball holders. Those are pretty cool. I got my Trumpy Trump on my bag right now.
Oh, you got the Trump one?
Yeah.
I figured you would keep that one.
Yeah, of course. You know that.
Nice orange color.
Yeah.
Makes you stand out.
Orange, black. Got I love it. I love it. You're a good man, Bing, and I appreciate the info on the taxes, okay?
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, take care. 51 after the hour. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I'll give you a little taste. Okay? A little taste of my favorite Christmas song. I don't think I've ever told you this, Jackson, but this is my favorite. Yeah, I bet you've never heard this song in your life, Jackson. Number one with a bullet.
Got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
This is the fabulous Robert Earl Keen, who I had a chance to see at the Ryman Auditorium. We went over there.
Brother Ken brought his kids with him. The three from his first wife, Lynn,
And the two identical twins from his second wife,
Marinelle. Of course, he brought his new wife, Kay, who talks all about
AA.
chain smoking while the stereo plays.
Jackson, you would dig it. The first Noel. If you have never availed yourself of the musical stylings of Robert Earl Keen, it's time to get it on. All right. Well, Jackson says we got to go. And Jackson says all the fun's got to go down because we've got to leave here. Jackson, real quick, we got to get predictions real quick. I need serious predictions. You're the resident sports expert.
Okay.
College football playoffs.
All right. OU over Bama.
Uh-huh.
Ole Miss playing Tulane.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Oregon over JMU.
Yeah, sure. Can you remember the last game? I don't think I can.
I can't either.
Oh, A&M in Miami.
Ooh, that's a toughie. That's a good game. I'm going A&M.
I'm going A&M myself. Who's going to be the natty champion?
Ohio State.
Georgia's beating Ohio State. I don't know if we'll beat Indiana in the championship, but we're beating Ohio State after we whip up on Ole Miss.
You going to watch Bad Santa this weekend?
I will. Friends, have a great weekend. I think we got the house. That's good news. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time with your loved ones. Hug everybody. We'll see you next week. Until then, so long.